Us.
Yeah, for us, for the protagonists.
Yeah. We almost reaching that climax too.
This is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 33, verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two, and one against another.
Balance. You gotta have a good and a bad. You gotta have righteousness and wickedness. You gotta have up, you gotta have down. You gotta have,
left and right.
left
East
and
to
right.
west, north to
Everything
south.
is a balance, a negative and a positive.
Right. Hey, I like to say, to answer your question, I always like to tell this joke. You see the movie Vampire Brooklyn? But you know what I'm talking about. When Eddie Murphy was playing the pastor, he said, talking about necessary evil. That was a true statement. There is a such thing as necessary evil to show us the tree of wickedness, of good and evil. We need to learn necessary evil so we can be like God. The angel only lied about half of what he was talking about. He told us we wasn't going to die, and that was a lie. But when he said we would be like God, knowing good and evil, that was true. So that was kind of how it plays out. He had a specific role to come here to show us the worst of what people can be on the planet, now to follow that way, which we're all following that way now. And then he had to be the whipping stick that for the Heavenly Father also. To somebody to play out judgment so he can be so the wickedness can be taken off the earth. And that's his payback, or that's fulfilling of his purpose. By him coming, bringing all this wickedness to earth, judging us from the Heavenly Father, beating us unrightfully according to him, and then getting taken off the planet. That justifies him getting taken off the planet also. That was his whole purpose. He had
Finish that in Sirach.
What? You got 15.
What you saying?
That's Sirach 12. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thy enemy.
Well, he was born in 33.
In 33?
That brother had 12.
All right, Sirach 33, verse 16. I awake up last of all as one that gathering.
Oh, it's lucky. It's 32.
Yeah, he read that already.
I had to read 13. Okay, Sirach chapter 33, verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand,
But who's the potter? The potter is the Most High God. He can fashion, like it talks about in the book of Romans, he can fashion how he will. And out of the same lump, he can make the other, the good and the bad. Right? He can just because that's what he want to do. You can't ask him, wait, why are you doing this? This is what he want to do. Go ahead, bro.
as the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it to his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render to them that liketh him best.
Yeah, he can choose who
What
he
he
likes.
saw fit. What he sees fit, that's what he wants you to be.
Okay.
Be a plate or a toilet.
An ashtray or a bowl, you know.
Both made out of porcelain.
Verse 14.
That was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay, that's the point.
I got a quick point.
So
real
yeah,
quick.
the Most High, he created Esau. All right, he created him to be the wicked on the earth, basically to be a representation of the left-hand side. And we're not supposed to be like that. We're supposed to be mortal enemies. We're oppositions. We represent, our nation was supposed to represent righteousness, and they represent wickedness.
And can I say it this way?
But the spirit, the vibration of the wicked seduced our people.
Right.
So now they're behaving wicked just like the wicked. That's why our people they yeah.
It's like, right, they did for
Yeah.
Right. To tie in the so-called white man with him and his lack of pigment was supposed to be a sign of what not to do. A sign of wickedness of what not to do. But like you said, our people are seduced by it, and we like, oh well, he's prospering because he's the wicked. Of course the wicked is going to prosper in wickedness. That's what he's meant to do. We're not supposed to be seduced by that. We're supposed to be, and that seduction was from us, not from the Heavenly Father, but from us. And it's supposed to be to prove our obedience unto the Heavenly Father. No matter how much it seduces you, you're still not supposed to follow after
Go
that.
ahead.
regardless of how good it looks for them, you ain't supposed to be a part of that. I'll go to what you wanted to Job. Get right now. You wanted to finish the part. I'm gonna start 6. It says Job 1:6. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them. This is where they derive that story about the fallen angels. Like they piece it together, but they add BS into it also. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and from the earth and walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, what is he doing? He's seeking whom he may devour. That's what he was doing. It says, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job? And he was toying with Job right here. He was going to conduct an experiment with Job.
This is like a council they have.
Right. But you can tell who's the judge, who's the ruler of this council. You know, who's controlling this council. Right? It says,
He asked Satan,
Come on.
will you consider my servant Job? Like, if there's supposed to be beef between the two, why is he telling him, hey, have you considered Job that I want you to put hell on?
Hey, he
Why
would
would
have
he
been like,
do that
no,
if they not cool?
he'd have been like, no, I'm considering you. I'm going to take you. You know Satan would have went for the Heavenly Father. He's trying to go for the Heavenly Father position anyway. You know?
No, he's not.
No. He wants to.
No, Satan. He understands his purpose.
Satan.
Satan understands his purpose.
Human
He'll
counterpart.
never come on the level.
I'm talking about the human counterpart. Right. But I'm saying that the human, when I meant the human counterpart tries to put himself in that
Yeah,
position.
he envies these Edomites. They envy the Most High.
Right.
Be the most high.
You know,
Right.
because of
But
the power that the Heavenly Father allowed him to have on this earth.
And
You
the
know?
pride.
And they're carnal. They're
Yeah.
not. Satan is spiritual. He understands things spiritually. These carnal Edomites, they only understand flesh and carnality and power. Let me keep reading. It says, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect man and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High and issueth evil, or does away with evil.
You think you could get this man? You think you can entice him to commit sin, to be evil, to denounce? Basically, can you persuade him to denounce me?
Let me read this.
He's going to use Satan to try Job's fidelity.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about. Continue.
It says, then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, he's not talking from above.
This is a conversation.
Yeah, but not like equal conversation. I'm talking to you, so you better answer me. Kind of
Yeah.
You work for me.
Most
Like,
high's dominant.
your boss. You talk to your boss like a man or whoever it is, but you know who has the power at the end of the day. You ain't gonna say, I ain't going back. I'm taking the rest of the day off and you gonna pay. You ain't talking like that, right?
Well, the Most High, he's sitting on his throne in the spirit
Right.
world.
Right.
His throne is huge.
Right.
All the angels, all the spirits are all like at his feet.
Yeah.
They're down there looking up at him, talking to him.
He said the earth is the Lord's, the Most High's footstool.
Acts 7:48.
Then said this.
Satan don't have his own separate throne sitting up there.
Right. Or sitting in the earth or under the earth, you know. You don't have one like that. This kingdom is his throne, so to speak, which is lowly. Look at this place. It's terrible. Anyway, let me get to this. It says, then Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, do Job fear the Most High for naught? He had to ask him, like, hey, you trying to put me up against something that I can't win?
Yeah.
That's why you have to ask him, like, hold on, does he fear you for naught though? Because if he does fear you for nothing, then I can get him. But if he doesn't, if he fears you because it's a righteous thing, then I can't get him. And that's the conversation they're having. It says, hast thou not made an hedge about him? Don't you? I can't reach him because you've got a hedge around him protecting him. Same with the men of the Lord today. Satan can't touch us if the Most High don't allow it. It says, and about his house and about all that he hath on every side, thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land. But put forth thy hand now, and touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. He said, yeah, you protect him, take the protection off. Hey, the Lord ended up doing that to his whole people. But still a remnant never
They
changed.
never felt they need to Baal.
Yep. There's still a remnant that never turned from the Most High, that Satan couldn't touch no matter what, just like Job.
And this is a bet that
Right.
they're making with each other. Satan is like, man, I think I can get him.
Yep.
I think I'll
take
let
that hedge
I'll
off. of him.
take that hedge off of him. I'm gonna jack him up. Hey, I think he'll curse you to your face.
Yep.
Most High, like, oh really?
Let me read it.
You know what I'm saying? Look, go ahead.
Verse
Go
12
ahead.
said, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, all that he had is in thy power. Upon only
Most High,
upon
like,
him,
I give you
all the
I
control,
give
all
you
that stuff.
control over that.
Yep.
All this that you see, the glory in the kingdom, all the shit that you see, Satan has power over this shit.
Yeah.
Everything.
That's
You
when
know?
he tempted the Lord the same way.
Yeah.
He said, he gave me control over this. I give it all to you. If
Yeah.
you fall down and worship.
Yep.
You gotta remember, that's the same spirit that's messing with Job that messed with the Lord later on in history.
Yep.
I was gonna also say, let me read it again, because I think I lost what I was thinking. Oh, because with Job, he took it away. But it works the opposite way today. All these people, all these jakes, he'll give them power. He'll give them what he offered the Lord to give it all to them. And they still they'll take it. The Lord, he didn't say, I'll take it all from you. He gave him power to use it as he would. So he tried to take it from Job and it didn't work. So the Lord, he said, I'll give it to you, and it didn't work. But we fall for that all day, our people. You know, look at Hollywood, in the different industries, right? It says, but put forth thy hand now. Wait, let me jump to 12. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord Yahweh, and there was a day when his sons and his daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house. Basically, he's about to take all from it. Let me see. There's another part where he said one more something about his health or something like that. Concerning Job. Is it verse 4 in the second chapter? Yeah. Verse 4 to Job 2 and 4 says, and Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life. He'll give everything up for his life. I could take it all from him, but he'll give all that up as long as he still has his life. Because the Lord said you can jack up everything he has, but you can't take his life. So he says, verse 5, but put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. You can jack him up all you want, because Job was still healthy, though he took away everything from him. Well, after he's like, well, hold on, he'll give him, he won't denounce you, but mess up his life, his own personal life, and let's see what happens now. So you can do that, do whatever, but you can't kill him, though. And he did that, and then you know basically what happened with Job, the big thing. But he had to ask him to take those things away. Because he could have taken it away himself if it's good versus he's balanced like that, but no. The balance was, I'm the Most High, and I allow this stuff to do. I allow you to do it. I'm not going to do it, but I allow you to do it to try to faith of that man. And Job was proven faithful.
And it only proves that Satan works for the Most High.
That's right.
All right? Satan's not going to do anything the Lord didn't order him to do.
That's right.
All right? Even this white man, all the shit that he's doing right now, the Lord sanctioned him to do it.
Okay.
Yep. 2 Thessalonians 2.
Water, bro? Go to verse 3.
The second Thessalonians chapter 2.
Matter of fact,
Chapter 2, verse 1. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of the Lord Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in.
Us gathering together is a sign of what's going on, the times that we're in. This is a major purpose for this. Keep on.
That ye be not shooken in your mind, or be troubled neither by spirit nor by word.
Because you understand what this whole thing is about. The gathering together, the sign of the deeds, the Bible, the times we're living in. You basically wean from the milk. You understand what's going on.
Nor by letters as from us.
The letters of these books.
Okay.
as that the day of Hamashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive
That's
you
why so much information
by any means.
Hold on a second. That's why so much of this information is being broken down and understood better, because the seals are open now versus 20, 30 years ago, 45, 50 years ago. No one knew the breakdowns that we know today in this book, because the Lord hadn't opened the seals and understanding us. Not us, please.
You get that picture of the signs.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
Yep, that happened.
And that man
That happened. The way that happened through history is when we went to slavery over here. From 70 AD, basically, all the way until now. We were taken further and further away from the Heavenly Father to we're at this point now, where we're starting to come back to the Heavenly Father. Go ahead. That was the falling away.
and that man of sin be revealed,
The man of sin be revealed. Go ahead.
the son of perdition.
The son of perdition, the son of destruction, the sons of the wicked. They're the ones that follow that lifestyle. And we know who the fleshly counterpart of that is. Go ahead. Because what did he do to Job? He basically destroyed Job best he could. He took everything he had.
You talking about Satan, though?
I'm talking about Satan.
Right.
Right. The spiritual counterpart to the right hand. He took, I'm saying, but it's the same MO, is my point. He took away everything he had, right? He took away all his wealth and everything, his family, then he took away his health. Because he's destructive. He damn near, he brought him to the edge of death. And he still wouldn't curse him. Go ahead, bro. I'm just tying that back into
Who opposeth and exalt himself above all that is called the Most High
this
Yahweh.
is the human counterpart that tries to think he's on that level because his pride is lifted up within him. He doesn't fear the Heavenly Father because he's gotten this far, nobody stopped him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Or
Nobody
that,
stopped him.
or that is worship, so that he, as the Most High,
Say God, yeah.
just say God, or say God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
Only he believes it. And the people that believes him believes that he's God. He literally did that by putting his image up. Anytime they talk about God, it's a white man come down, and they talk about the Lord, it's a white man come down.
Coming down in peace to save everyone and
It's-
loves everyone.
In society,
That's completely opposite.
Right. Because society accepts it. What you saying, bro?
Santa Claus too.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
Yeah, he warned us of all of this when he was actually on the scene. Or even the Hawashai did, but also Paul did back in those times. He wrote this to the Thessalonians. Right. Go ahead, bro.
And now,
Because back then, these letters were sent out, and certain men went to these other churches scattered out in that area to make sure things were set in order. And so they said, remember with which we broke this down to you. But there's some people that never saw the Lord, that may never even have met us, but you have to give them the guidance that we gave the heads of those churches. Go ahead, bro.
verse 6.
And this is the same thing being set up again. Go ahead, bro.
And now ye know that with what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
What was held back that we didn't know about this man, that he would be revealed in this time. Because if we'd have known thousands of years ago, we'd have always took him down. We'd have never let this devil rise up. Even though, to go a little deeper, it was part of the plan, so we couldn't do it. That's why it told us not to, him with the mark of Cain, because he had a purpose for it. But we'd have took him out a long time ago. Go ahead, bro.
For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Because we didn't understand that this was the devil. Now, with the internet and everything going, history and all of that adding up, like, wait, this dude got nothing. His track record is terrible. Like, how do you know Michael Jordan's great until he hit them buzzer beaters, until he made them big baskets? He had to go through it. So now that this devil didn't put all that wickedness out there, we can look up like, yeah, everything on his list, on his resume, is all fucking all wicked. This must be the devil. The Bible speaks of. You can't go back and erase that. They tried to, but they can't. Go ahead, bro.
Only he who now letteth will let.
Just that's the point I want to make right there. I want you to keep reading, but that was the point I want to make. Just like Job, the Most High is allowing this devil to fulfill this much going on. Only he that now let it, I'm letting you do this. Will let. But until he be taken out the way, right?
Until he be taken out the way.
Until he decides to take him out of that spot. which we're moving and transitioning back into that position now. That's why whites against whites is going on right now too.
So you said basically